Hey guys, this is 𝗥𝗘𝗗𝗘𝗦. I'm with Justin Thomas. He works for Cobalt Engineering, and today is Friday, March 11th. He's gonna share with us some tips about timber structural design. Is that right, Justin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me your background. Where you went to school? Or what's your background?
I went to Texas A&M at Galveston.
Yeah. All right.
I majored in marine structural engineering.
Okay. In Galveston.
Yes, sir. Started out doing steel mast design for drilling structures for offshore, and moved on to onshore steel drilling structures, and moved up from there. Moved up from doing steel to residential design at Aaron Franklin, and from Aaron Franklin on over to here.
Great. Well, thank you for sharing tips about timber design. Just like this manual, do you use this? Oh, no, not really.
We reference that.
This is the manual.
Well, we have everything. We have everything pretty much saved in our programs, but yes, we do heavily reference ASCE 716.
ASCE 716. Okay.
Yes, okay, so do you want to start with windstorm design, or you want to start with the actual structural design?
Whatever you prefer.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with the windstorm and try to go through that. So our first job is it goes 21 by 270. And right now we're having computer issues, so can't print anything. So I'm going to go to our calculations folder, start with the very first one where we see. There's one like that. It's our typical. Have you seen our structural drawings before?
I've seen a lot of civil structural drawings from my profession. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm saying, have you seen our Cobalt structural drawings before?
No.
Okay, so we start off. This is our responsibilities notes, concrete notes. They tell you what kind of concrete strength.
So
You
use 3,000 psi. Is that for the foundation?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Slab on grade.
Yeah. Slab on grade. We're gonna do a slab on a piling house, which this structure here is a slab on grade. So we got a small house and a garage, detached garage. So this is all very boilerplate stuff. This goes on every single job. This is it's responsible for the contractor to build part of the drawings. It's responsibility of the contractor to use this specific type of concrete. Excavating notes. Any exposed timber that's going to be exposed to the water areas to be treated. This is more important for piling houses. When we do stringers, anytime we do stringers, that be treated.
Especially beach houses?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, that's so the two examples I gave you, one was this one's a slab on grade, and the other one's a beach piling house.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. And I think that one's just a one story. I didn't get too crazy with that one.
We leave the 48-story building for later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's typical notes.
Right. This is the most important part right here. We have our. Let's do this. Okay, so are you familiar with components of cladding pressures?
Not really.
Okay, so when we do any house inside our windstorm area, they have to buy windows and doors rated to withstand a certain pressure. Now, depending on where it's at, they just change the codes.
For this area, it's 140 miles an hour or 150.
Right. This one's in Galveston. Okay, so according to our new codes, the new city adopted codes, it goes the rated wind load is 150 miles an hour. It's a risk category 2, which means it's a more substantial structure, not just a shed.
And what's it called? 2018 IBC code? How we get regulated on these by the
IRC 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where
2018.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we're
International Residential Code 2018.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
For TDI requirements.
And our this is by TDI, but the city is still in 2012.
Okay, so the city of Galveston is still on the 2012. Okay.
Right. So okay, so for every job, this is the first thing. And really, we circle back to this area when we're done with our windstorm design. But this is the first page. It's the first thing we're going to. So okay, and then we have wall requirements right here. This doesn't ever really change. We say 1-story, 2x4 walls. We can do exterior walls, 2x4, 2-story. We always do 2 and 3-story. We always do 2x6 exterior walls.
2x6.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
16 inches. But this is for Galveston County, right?
Right. Yeah, most of the jobs we do are going to be in Galveston County. If we're doing a program, if we do program, that's going to be all in the Houston area, which may or may not be in Harris. It could be somewhere north of Harris County. It could be somewhere within the contiguous counties of Harris. So, I'm going to try and give a brief rundown of our
foundation design.
This is our typical foundation design. This shows where we're going to lay out our out of our concrete. It shows the locations of all our grade beams. We have our cut section, which will be shown on the next page. Now,
you guys I know we do it all the time for commercial projects. We get the source report. For these small projects, do you guys actually get a source report or not?
We recommend that we get a soils report. We don't always get a soils report. So there's assumptions that are to be made based on the IRC code. A lot of times we assume
the International Residential Code.
Yeah, so most of the time we don't get a soils report, so we have to make a lot of assumptions in the foundation design. So pretty standard.
Tell me about the grade beams. How do you decide to do that configuration on the grade beams on the plan, on the foundation plan? Let's go back to the foundation plan.
Okay.
Okay. You see, you got the configuration for the grade beams.
Right. Yeah. How do we determine this? Usually we just try to break up the span. We don't want too big of a span of just a 4-inch slab. So we try to
20 or 40 span or what?
Yeah, probably under 20 feet. About 15 feet. Yeah, about 10 foot there. But yeah, 20 feet would be pretty long. So if you're getting a span about 20, 30 foot, you want to put a grade beam in the middle of it. So it's depending on, that's pretty usual. 15 foot's pretty standard. That's probably a little wide, but I probably wouldn't have this running all the way through. But it depends on the requirement.
4 inches thick, 3,000 psi reinforced concrete. Rebar number 3 at 16 on center.
Yeah, 16 grids. So I got to put it both ways.
I done construction.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Foundation, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know if I'm just calling
No, that's good. But this video I wanted to also for somebody they just have the degree in.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good tutorial.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So
you have your interior grade beams and the exterior.
Right, yeah. And yeah, the interior grade beams are 18-inch deep, and the exterior grade beams we go 24-inch deep. Same thing here with our garage. Like I said, we just want to put some grade beams to kind of break up that span. And sometimes grade beams in our windstorm design, because when we put our hold downs, we got to actually have something to hold down into. So then I'll add
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Grade beam in an obscure spot, which means like if we have a wall going through here, and we got and the designer put a grade beam right there, I gotta delete that and move it there. So sometimes it could be jagged. And if that seems weird, then we gotta move all of our grade beams down. You know, so
well, let's open the floor plan of the house. Let's see if we can keep the let's see the floor plan. Okay.
Okay, so here we have our wall. I'm gonna do this. Bring this over here. Yeah, see, we can make some modifications here. We have a grade beam looks like roughly under here, but we could probably move these down into this wall. Make a lot more sense to me. But this is a preliminary design.
Right. Yeah, you have to be. Yeah. Because that's normally what I place the interior grading, right?
Right. Yeah.
Under the proposed wall.
Right, yeah, so this is just, this is a preliminary design. We can make changes here. We could put a grade beam under here, especially it looks like we're going to be running our framing. We'll get to that in a minute, but my first instinct would be that let's run something under here for support.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I want you to open the floor plan, because I like to see both on the foundation and the floor plan. Okay, okay, let's go.
Okay, so
that's the foundation plan.
There we go. Alright, so here's our foundation details. This is our typical exterior grade beam. We go 2 foot deep by 14 inch wide. 4 number 5s, 2 on top, 2 on bottom.